So, what if a lesson plan could be about more than just, academics? Today, we're going to look at a really unique approach that tries to connect learning with a much deeper moral purpose. The goal isn't just knowledge, it's about building character. Let's dive in and see how it works. I mean, we've all been there, right? That feeling of being totally invisible in a crowded room. Like your thoughts or your words just evaporate into thin air. It's a feeling that can quiet even the most confident people.
And this lesson plan we're looking at, it zeroes in on this exact feeling. It uses the story of a sixth grader named Ava to really get to the heart of it. And her experience is something I think a lot of us can probably relate to. So we meet Ava on a really rough day. She's had a difficult morning, and by the time she gets to school, she just feels completely shut down. Her whole goal for the day, just be invisible. Get through it without anyone noticing her. She finds a quiet corner in the cafeteria, just wanting to be by herself. And that's where the story takes a little twist. She opens her Bible journal and finds a small folded note tucked inside. And here's the thing, it's not hers. She has absolutely no idea who could have put it there. It's funny how something so small, just a little piece of paper, can change everything. For Ava, this simple note turns out to be the pivot point for her entire day. As she unfolds it, she reads something that starts to shift her whole perspective.
Just imagine reading that, especially on a day you feel worthless. It's so simple, but wow, is it powerful. It's not a command, it's not criticism, it's just a gentle, quiet reminder, hey, I see you, you matter. Those words God gave you, they're important.
And this is what's so fascinating, how Ava reacts. For her, this is more than just a nice gesture from another kid. She interprets this small act as something much bigger, a quiet, unexpected message, reminding her that she is seen and that she is known. Okay, so you've got this touching story, right? But how do you turn that into an actual lesson in a classroom? Well, this is where the plan gets really clever, blending literature, vocabulary, and personal faith all together. So the lesson kicks off with a key vocabulary word taken right from the story itself, interpret. And it's not just some word on a list. It's exactly what Ava had to do with that note. Was it meant to be critical, or was it just kindness? This helps students see that words have layers, and understanding them is an action. Then, the lesson has the students put on their literary detective hats. They break down the story just like they would any other book, They figure out the main theme, they pinpoint the climax, that moment she reads the note, and they track her internal change. It really treats this personal story as a serious piece of literature. But this is where the lesson really hits home. It moves beyond just analyzing a story and asks a question that makes you look inward. This isn't just about literary terms anymore. Now it's about your own life, your faith, your morality, and what you believe about your own voice. It's the bridge between the story and the student. And what you realize is, this lesson about Ava, it isn't just a one-off. It's actually a piece of a much bigger philosophy, an entire series built on the idea that all education should be connected to a moral and spiritual foundation. The folks behind this series draw a really sharp line in the sand. On one side, they say, you have education without morality. It might make people clever, but it can leave them without peace and can lead to destructive choices. But on the other side, their model weaves godly values right into the academics, aiming to build lives that are grounded in wisdom and integrity. So when you boil it all down, the ultimate goal isn't just to churn out smart students. It's about cultivating people who are wise and peaceful. The idea is that a true education should prepare you for a life of purpose, not just a job. And the entire philosophy is really built on this one verse from the Bible, Romans 8:6. It lays out a pretty clear choice. A mind that's only focused on worldly things leads to a kind of spiritual death, but a mind that's aligned with the Spirit, well, that leads to life and peace. This is their North Star. And you know what? It brings us right back to where we started, that little note left for Ava. That one small act of encouragement rooted in faith is really a tiny snapshot of this much bigger mission, to use God-centered principles to help build a future where people feel seen, valued, and at peace. So it really makes you stop and ask, doesn't it? What is education really for? Is it just about collecting facts and getting good grades? Or could it, and maybe should it, be about something more? Something like shaping who we are and teaching us how to truly live?